Hello and welcome to Dialogues Q&A. To tell our viewers, in Dialogues Q&A, we invite queries from our members and get an expert in the house to answer them for you. And the expert in the house today is Latika Pai. Welcome, Latika. And I'll dive straight into the questions. The first question a member has asked us, this is a funding special, that my product is for the US audience. How can I get investments from US angels?
Hi, Busha. Thank you for having me here on Dialogues. Always happy to be a part of anything that Thai NCR does. In response to your first question, right? There is no necessity really if your product is for the US to find US angels. Today, almost everything that's built in India is, especially the B2B SaaS, there is an opportunity outside of the Indian market. So it's not necessary that you have to find angels from outside. Typically, when you think of angels, there are angel networks that already exist here in India, which I think many are aware of. The Indian Angel Network, Chennai Angels, Mumbai Angels, Hyderabad Angels, and many folks from the US are actually tied with these angel networks, right? So what I would suggest is to look at the angel networks that exist over here in India with the angels who are maybe from the US. If the startup is looking for support that is more than just money, so if there are angels who are tied with these angel networks, say from Silicon Valley or from other parts of the US, that would be the first way to go about doing it. I think Thai also has a very strong network outside of India. In Silicon Valley, that's where we started. I think checking in with the Thai global force opportunity to identify potential angels who exist outside of India.
Moving on to the next question, Latika, a member has asked, when should a company look to get funded? A little broad question, but if you can give us one or two key milestones that the company should achieve before they go out looking for funding.
So, this is always the $1 million question, right? Or maybe my multi-million-dollar question in terms of when should I go for funding. It all depends on the founder's background. If in two ways, one is, are you a first-time founder or a second-time founder? If you're a second-time founder and you've had a good exit for your investors, getting funding is almost automatic, in the sense that I'm not saying that it's not difficult, but the point being is that you already have a track record that is in place, and so people are willing to fund you on an idea, right? So many people, for example, Kunal Shah, when he started Cred, it was on the idea that he got hundreds and millions of dollars because he had given a good exit with his previous company. For founders who are first-time founders, typically, again, if your background is very strong and you really need the money to build the product, that's when you probably want to raise your angel round of 100K to 250K. But what we are seeing in the market today is that most angels and small seed funds are looking for product market fit, right? Do you have product market fit? Do you have at least a minimum viable product, right? If not product market fit. So the idea stage is really completely, totally dependent on the founder and the founder's backgrounds. So there isn't really a mantra that we say, this is the right time to raise money. It depends on when the founder needs the money. Do you need the money to build the product? Do you have the track record? Do you have access to people who will back you? And the track record could be a professional record. It could be that of being an entrepreneur. So really, it's very, very individual slash founders driven, right? If there are multiple founders.
Okay, thanks. For the next question is a two-part question. Is it necessary to have an investment banker for Series A and beyond? Does it fast track the process? The second part is, what are the important things to prepare for Series A?
This is a really good question. Whether and I would recommend that if you are unaware of the process, if you have never done a Series A or you don't have access to friends who have done a Series A and who can guide you through, I think what an investment banker does do is help you through that process, right? In addition, if you don't have access to investors and VCs, having an investment banker who knows, or the various VCs, they can actually shorten the time that you spend in terms of raising the funds, right? Most good investment bankers will know which VCs are looking at a particular area. If, for example, if it's climate tech and the whole sustainability initiative, there are VCs today who are focused greatly on mostly on that, right? So that the IB can kind of take you there immediately. So I would recommend that if you really, don't have right guidance and you are, you need that help and support to go to an IB. But I would also caution to say the IB, charges a fee. You need to look and see whether that fee is worth paying that money, because that's money coming into your coffers to be used for product development and growth. And more importantly, just look at the IB's track record in terms of which startups they have helped raise the money for. Take their references, speak to the founders who have used that particular IB, and only then make an informed decision on whether you should go with that IB or not. Net, I think it's in my mind, a good IB will really help shorten the amount of time that you need to raise money, and the money that they do charge, the fees that they do charge, is well worth it when you have a good IB.
Thank you, Latika, but we have more queries coming in. We will continue this Q&A session next week.